pressure, volume, temperature, making them the same, then you have the number of molecules. Let's see what the next one here says about this. Oh, and we can just say this, that the number of molecules in a gas is a function of the pressure, temperature, and volume, and not a function of the mass. Okay, that's Avogadro. Now the KMP says that the pressure times the volume is equal to the number of molecules times KT. Says the number of molecules is the pressure times the volume over KT, and that is a function of pressure, volume, and temperature, and not a function of mass. This is a constant. So that's a period there. And that's Avogadro's hypothesis. Got a model gas, certain volume, temperature, and pressure, and the number of molecules there determine that equation. No matter what. Whether oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur dioxide, whatever. So Avogadro, that much theory had implications. Could have had implications for science. Could have moved science along much, much faster than that. Now we get one's got a little more beat to it. Number 5. Gas diffusion. Now, sometimes it's called diffusion. And diffusion is a special kind of diffusion. It's a kind of diffusion where a fluid, a gas, is going through a plug of some kind that's maintaining a pressure differential across it, such that the molecules of gas, as they're going through that, work their way through that, they're going through a tiny hole, whatever, that they rarely, if ever, encounter another gas molecule. They just see walls, and then they find them. Same thing, and we will later talk about this, of having a gas at very low pressure and having a pinhole in the wall and letting it flow into a vacuum. And then as it's going through that hole, the other molecule is so far away it's not going to hit one, and that's diffusion too. So diffusion is just flow that's determined just by the speed of the molecule and not by mass interaction with other molecules over the nature of the rigid wall perhaps. Diffusion. Also, Graham did an experiment something like this. Here's a tube, and we got gas at higher pressure. We're pushing it through a plug where the flow is diffusive, and it's coming out at lower pressure. Going away. Now I've drawn a little dashed line here, so that's our sample, and we time how long it takes to move from here to piston pushing, as you like, to push that all through the plug at a given pressure and at a constant temperature. So, the rate of diffusion he measured this, and he found, using different gases, that the rate at which gas 2 flows in this apparatus to the rate at which gas 1 flows in this apparatus depended on the lower masses, but reciprocally on the lower masses, and as the square root of that. That's Graham's law of diffusion. All right, that's a useful thing, because that allowed chemists, other scientists, to determine the molecular weights of new cruds that are making in the laboratory. If they push it through this plug under exactly the same condition, they push something with no molecular weight through, and then they could determine the unknown molecular weight. Very useful. Still useful. If you want to do it that way. All right. let's see what the kinetic blank theory says about this. This was, he did this in 1848. So over 100 years after that theory was established and out for public viewing, but nobody wanted to look at it. Anyhow, let's see what it says about this. The rate of diffusion should be, what property of the gas will determine how fast its molecules go through that.
Wouldn't be pressure, or is it temperature or pressure?
Hey, temperature's fixed, the driving pressure's fixed, and we're just comparing. What must the molecule be doing to get through there?
Moving. So
Yeah, it's gotta be moving. So those that have a faster diffusion rate must have what?
more kinetic energy.
Well, kinetic energy is function of temperature. What would you say?
So
Kinetic energy is what? 1/2 mass times
Velocity.
speed squared, right?
Mhm.
Kinetic energy is the same. Well, what must the molecules have if they're going to get through there quicker than the other molecules?
less mass.
Easy, right?
Less mass. Or I'm sorry, I'm being dumb here.
Yeah, okay.
More speed.
All right, all those things are fine. These questions are so easy that, and you're trying so hard, and all I want you to say is the goddamn thing's gotta be moving fast. They gotta be going faster than the others. Faster the molecules move, the quicker they're gonna get through. Because what they're going through, they're not seeing any other gas molecules, they're just finding their way through this way. The rate of diffusion, kinetic electric theory would predict, is proportional to the speed, average speed. Does that make sense? Well, how? Then you just compare the average speeds of molecules, but we don't know the speeds of these molecules. Our theory didn't tell us that, but it told us something pretty close to it, and definitely related to it, told us that. We don't know the bar, but something related to it. Since this is just a relative law and not an absolute, just knowing something relative to it. Now, what do we know relative to? Well, shucks, let's see. We know the root mean square speed, u, which is the square root of average of the squared. How do we know that? Because that was central to our theory. It was absolutely important. Recall. From kinetic electric theory, that the pressure to volume was equal to, that's capital N, not little n, capital N over 3 times count u squared. And I think that was equation 9 yesterday. This course is on model gas. Kinetic electric theory. All right. And we also had PV of model gas. This was our final result, and KT. Remember, this was the form we wanted to change the, well, we changed little n to, I mean, big N to little n, which I haven't done here. We want to change it u squared and n u squared to 10. And we have a postulate 2 box around things all the time. When I do, it usually means I think that's pretty important. This is an important result right out of our theory, because we were down yesterday, we didn't. And it says that this is the average kinetic energy, which is 1/2 m² squared, is equal to 3/2 mv. And that's something you just absolutely have to know. All right. We could also say that U is equal to 3 kT over m, 1/2 power. And we can multiply this by Avogadro's number to get R, gas law constant. But we have to divide by Avogadro's number. When we multiply that by m, what do we get? Anybody see that? 3RT over the molar mass. It's all in these notes. I mean, we're going to have all this written out, easy to read form. You just look at this, say, yeah, I got it all. Now listen. Do we know the gas law constant? Yeah. Put that down. But we had to find that experiment. Do we know the factor? Yeah, we know that. They're about small. We'll learn more about them later. Do we know the molecular weight of gases? Yeah, certainly. At 3, that might be a bugaboo. We need to look that up. So we should be able to calculate the root mean square speed of the gas at a given temperature. And we can do that. We can do that in a moment. But the point is, I say we know U is this, and therefore the rate of diffusion should also be proportional to U, because U is certainly proportional to the average speed. We don't know what that relationship is, but we'll find it. Intuitively, you can pretty well guess it will be. So if the average speed increases, so does the root mean square speed. Therefore, Graham's law, R2 over R1, should be U2 over U1, and that's 3RT over M2 squiggle over 3R2 over M1 squiggle to 1/2 power, and that's M1 over M2 to 1/2 power, and that's Graham's law. So what I say? Saying that kinetic vector theory could have told someone, go check this out, that's what you find. It got checked out before anyone knew that it was predicted by the theory, but nonetheless, that is a relationship. And it's significant. All right, in the lecture that you will see there's a sample problem there, and it's worked out. It says that we have two gases, an unknown, and the rate at which it diffuses through an apparatus, and this has to be the same apparatus, you have to compare them to the same apparatus, is equal to 0.48 times the rate at which oxygen goes. So the question is, what is the molar mass of the unknown? And so we have that rate of unknown, the rate of oxygen is equal to the molar mass of oxygen, molar mass of unknown, 1/2 power, so that the molar mass of the unknown is equal to molar mass of oxygen divided by 1.468 squared, and that's 32 grams per mole, divided by 0.219, and that's 146 grams per mole. Now that's the kind of thing you might see on a text. But if you saw that or anything like it, be sure you put in all those units and make sure everything's straight. Just write the numbers down, and I don't have much use of that. When we got an equal sign, it means that the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. If I leave off these things, put them on one side, leave off the other, then it's not equal. Now, there's another, oh, I guess I should have done this here, because I could have worked all out there. All right? So, imagine that I saw that problem down here, and we found it, whatever I said, number 46. Then I say, if the gas is compounded with sulfur or chlorine, with 21.92% sulfur or mass, what's the molecular formula? And show that it's SN6. So I'll let you do that. You did that in high school. This is pretty true. Another problem, sample problem. Calculate U, the root mean square speed of nitrogen gas production. I'm just saying, you could have done this, way back, 100 years ago. But I did it. How fast you make nitrogen molecules? We're living in ocean back. 200 decay is about room temperature, more or less. So, how fast are these molecules, nitrogen molecules, moving? In this room right now. You have a gut feeling for that? 100 miles an hour, 1,000 miles an hour, 10,000 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. All right. So we said that U is equal to 3RD over M 1/2 power. And so we put in 3. R is 8.3144 joules per K per mole. T is 300 K. And M, what's the total mass of nitrogen?
28.
Thank you, but 28 what?
It's 18. Oh, it's grams per mole.
Yeah, it is. All right. I can put that in. I'm going to put it in 0.28 kilograms per mole. Doesn't matter. You can put it any way you want. Just have to do the calculation. It all has to work out. Now, let's see. And I take square root of this. So clearly, I can't take the square root of, get rid of the Kelvin. We didn't want the Kelvin. Inverse moles, get rid of them. We want those. But I can't take the square root of a joule over a kilogram. So I need to do something. I need to put in the conversion factor. What is that? You've got the sheet of units dimensions, or should be in your head. A joule is what in SI units. It's 1 kilogram meter square per second square per joule. Everybody know that? Everybody know where to find that? Everybody knows where to find that on the page you carry around with you when you come to test, or when you're doing your homework, or when you're going to bed at night, you put it on your pillow? All right. Remember that introduction to chemistry 441 that you, 441 rather, that you read? Go back and read it again. All right, so let's see. I didn't want any bleeding joules. They're gone. I didn't want any bleeding kilograms, and they're gone. The only thing that's left over is what? Meters square per second square. Can I take the square root of that? Yeah, what the hell is it? Meters per second. And the answer is 517 meters per second. And that's about 156,000, the sound. And you have to ask yourself, why don't we hear sonic booms from all these molecules? Which is a good question. All right, so this was not measured accurately until late 19th, in the 20th century. And later I'll tell you what the results of that experiment and experiments like it were, to see how well the kinetic material stacked up. I think you know the answer in advance. Pretty damn well. Okay? What's next? Oh, yeah, not the, heat partition of energy. The idea of heat partition of energy played a very important role in the development of classical physics. And the fact that there are circumstances when it fails played an important role in driving the development of quantum mechanics. Nobody ever thought about quantum mechanics until they came up against the problems of the failures of heat partition. But it worked for a lot of things. And I'm going to tell you about a couple of things that work here today. And it's a pretty simple idea, is that a molecule has certain ways that it can absorb energy. We call them motors. It can move around, and that's translation. We're going to talk about simple molecules, structured fluid. And they can move around. That motion, translational motion, and its energy is 1/2 mv squared. And if it's moving in three-dimensional space, it can have X component, Y component, and Z component. And we've been through that. So there's translational energy. We know that the average kinetic energy of the molecules in this room, molecules anywhere at a given temperature, is the average translational kinetic energy is 3 halves kT. Since the 3 degrees of freedom, it's 1/2 kT per degree of freedom. We assume it's divided equally, partitioned equally amongst those 3 degrees. Why? Because possibly there's no preferred direction in space, so one's got to be used to this. There are other ways that molecules can store energy. They're more complex than just a single atom. There are diatomic molecules, for example. They can fly around the room and have translation. They have 3 degrees, but they can also rotate like that, and they can rotate like that. So they have 2 degrees rotational freedom. And the energy in a mode is 1/2 the moment of inertia times the angular velocity squared. And heat partition says that in a case like this, that each of those modes would share energy equally with the translational modes, be 1/2 kT. A three-dimensional molecule, the one I have here, it can rotate around 3 different axes, so it has 3 degrees of rotational freedom. And heat partition says that if it was fully excited, its rotational energy on average would be 1/2 kT per degree. 3 degrees, that's 3 halves kT. I like this one because it's the only model I have. I don't have any models. Only model I have that shows that these bonds can also vibrate. That's another vibrational energy. So molecules can store energy in translation, rotation, vibration, and each vibrational mode has some kinetic energy and it has some potential energy because there's a transfer of kinetic interpotential back and forth. We'll talk about it next week. I like this little molecule because I used to show this to my students for the weekend, trying to keep them safe. It's the ethanol molecule. my recommendation.